Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura and today we're doing the December 2024 tarot and oracle reading. So we're going to get some beautiful blessings, predictions. What will you go through in December? What challenges will you face? What beautiful discoveries will you make? And just overall, what's going to happen in all areas of life? Love, career, finances, etc. Just let's see generally what's going to come through for you. So what I need you to do is take a deep breath, relax, and ask the universe, your higher self, whomever, what does December look like for me? And once you've done so, take a look at all three groups on screen and select whichever one you feel most drawn to. Some of you might feel drawn to more than one group, and some of you may even feel drawn to all three groups, and that's totally fine. Remember, this is a group reading, so take what resonates from it and leave anything that doesn't, because if something doesn't resonate, it's for someone else, not for you. I also do offer personal month ahead readings if you want me to focus just on your energy and get a very detailed, personalized message for you if you want. And you can also, in that reading, ask about anything in particular if you have particular concerns about the month ahead. And that is on my website, spiritpsychic.org. But we have group number 1 with the Howlite Stone. We have group number 2 with the Selenite stick. And we have group number 3 with the Rainbow Moonstone. So select whichever one you feel most drawn to. And if you're still selecting your group, you can pause now. But otherwise, let's begin. Okay, hello group number 1 and welcome. Let's see what's in store for you in December 2024. You have the rainbow coming out as your first card. This is exceptional. So life is about to get really, really easier for you. This is like the darkness before the storm is over, and there are really good things just in sight. So don't give up whatever you're doing now, because it feels like you're on a momentum and you already can kind of feel like, if I just push a little bit further, if I just go a little bit further, I'm going to reach some sort of big manifestation. So this is confirmation for that feeling that you've been having. Like, yes, if you just keep going a little bit more and you don't give up, you are going to reach a pretty big destination. I don't know why marathons just came into my mind. I'm wondering if some of you guys watching have been thinking about running. Even if that's something you've never done before, you always never understood why people run. You maybe have been looking into 5Ks or half marathons, etc., or even just getting into the habit of walking or running. You know what I found out recently? You can actually walk marathons. You don't have to necessarily run. So I don't know why that's coming to mind. Some of you guys may be suddenly taking on a sort of healthy habit or something that you can do to keep your body active that you also feel very mentally accomplished by. So if any of you are runners or thinking about taking that up, definitely let me know down below, because that's such a specific message and obviously won't resonate with everyone. But for all of you, I am definitely seeing that you are so close to achieving some pretty big goals. Like, this rainbow bridge represents a sort of new life that is emerging for you. And yeah, you've been really on top of it. Keep going, don't give up. We have the full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. This full moon is coming up. I don't know the exact date of it. It could be in December, it could be early January, but this always happens in Capricorn season. So definitely I feel like this is a good reading. There's been something these past several years that you have been struggling with. Okay, really struggling with. For some of you, this could be finances. For others of you, this could be your health. It really could be anything, but finances and health are coming out to be very, very strong. So for most of you, 90% of you, it will be one or both of those. And in December, that issue is really starting to become resolved in a long-term way. It's things are improving in a way that's going to be very permanent. You know what I mean? And it's because you've been really like pushing yourself and going through it, being disciplined, working really, really hard. And you may currently at the time of watching this be at the point, not necessarily where you're like ready to give up, but you may be like feeling like you're losing steam, or there's other things in life distracting you and sort of like getting in the way of you focusing on continuing this goal. And the message here is to keep going, keep, adding fuel to the fire, keep the flames fanned, because you are already on such a positive, beautiful momentum, and a personal issue is going to reach full resolution. I just heard remission. Some of you may be going into remission with some sort of health issue. Now, I don't like giving health readings because I believe that is something that you should save for real medical doctors. But for some of you, you've been working really, really hard. Health-wise, money-wise, and it's like a big, big problem you've been struggling with, it completely goes away. If you've been dealing with, actually now that I'm doing this reading, this could be like a long-term annoying health problem that you've been having. It doesn't even have to be a serious health problem. It could just be something like stupidly annoying, like maybe your teeth kept having problems and now in December you're like getting dentures or something, or if you're struggling with like high blood pressure, diabetes, etc., you've been working really, really hard to sort of just get yourself right. And, that may no longer be an issue for you anymore. So I don't know, I'm seeing something like that. Like your hard work is paying off, but like keep going. Okay. This personal issue that you've been dealing with for a long time is going away. So very, very beautiful. We have striving. Yes, that's exactly what this feels like. Striving, pushing, reaching. It says eventually the individual ego's drive to make things happen falls away, replaced with a relaxed, trusting openness to answers as they arise. Thank you, Divine, for letting me move with the flow. See, this is what's changing. This is going to be a game changer for you. You are going from feeling like you are running 1,000,000 miles a minute to continuing at the same pace, but internally you are more peaceful and zen and relaxed. And it's like you can work hard and move forward, make your strides forward without it feeling, I don't know, so hard. Does that make sense? So for example, like getting yourself to get up and go run early in the morning at first may feel so difficult, and you have to have so much discipline because you never want to do it. But then after a while, it becomes so routine that you actually crave doing it. And on the days that you don't do it, you feel off, and it no longer becomes striving. That strive is replaced with a relaxation, a peace, being very at peace with your routine. So I'm seeing you entering into a phase where you are integrating a higher level of work ethic and very positive habits and routines that will fully resolve an issue you've been dealing with for a long time. I love this. We have big happy changes. Exactly, group number 1. Exactly. I really do feel this. This is a really positive reading. And then we have embrace the moment. And there's that rainbow again. Wow, I love it. Love all of it. Embrace this day. Sorry, I'm still recovering from a sickness. Embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is you are changing your energy. Exactly. And look at all this orange and blue as well. Have you noticed that? Orange is the color of the sacral chakra and blue is the color of the throat chakra. So the sacral chakra rules over your creative, sexual, sensual energies. It's sort of like your intuition, your bodily intuition, your gut feelings comes from there. Doing something that just feels right, even if it logically doesn't make sense, that's sacral chakra energy. Just like how when you're having sex, it's like if you think too much about it, it's not fun. But if you just drop all of the thoughts and move down into your body and doing what feels right, regardless of what you look like, that's when all the pleasure begins to happen. Okay, so it's like trusting your bodily instincts, trusting your creative processes, and getting out of your head. Enjoying the physical process of life, even the difficult, quote unquote, difficult things in life, such as running, for example. That may feel difficult when you're so in your head about it, but when you drop down and just get into your body and feel the wind on your face and feel your breathing falling into a pattern that it's like hard but effortless at the same time, it's just you're reaching some sort of high feeling, natural high feeling. within your body because you're making the right choices and doing the right things. All of that striving falls away, fades away, and turns into a peaceful, almost like spiritual bodily ecstasy. Wow, I love it. Yeah, and this is all about being in the present moment. We have the 8 of Pentacles, working hard for sure. This month seems to be all about a repetitive process that's really positive for you. Day in and day out. I'm just going to keep using the metaphor of running. Obviously, it's not running for all of you. It could be anything. Day in and day out, you run. Day in and day out, you learn that new language. Day in and day out, you work on that business you're wanting to grow. Day in and day out, you make healthy meals for yourself, etc. Fill in the blank with whatever it is that you're doing that will resolve this issue that you're having or you've been having. Okay, 8 of Pentacles, you have pride in your routine, in your work, and in your discipline levels. You're no longer waiting to become motivated. Even in the days where you don't want to do something, even in the days where you're totally unmotivated, you still get up and do it. That is discipline. Where motivation ends, discipline begins. And there's a lot of strength in that. And that is what's going to create these big happy changes for you. I love it. Also, there is an element here of learning new things, new tools, new skills, and constantly like bettering yourself and the value that you bring to the table, which makes things easier for yourself. This is a student-teacher dynamic, very popular at this time because we are in Sagittarius season, and Sagittarius is all about higher education. So you may be passing your wisdom and advice along to other people, but you may also find yourself in this student position learning from people as well. We have the 7 of Cups right after that. Lots of daydreamy energy. It definitely feels like doors are opening up for you. And there's this element of like, how do I want this to look? Like, now that I have all this extra space or money or energy, like, what do I want to do with it? We have the 10 of Cups. Wow, so many cups. 10 of Cups, happiness, complete emotional fulfillment. 10 of Cups is one of the happiest cards in the tarot. It represents happiness in relationships as well. So any problems that you may have been having in your family or personal romantic relationships or friendships fall away. There's an increased sense of connectivity and respect for one another. Okay, so that's looking really excellent. Also, your dream family and home life may be fulfilled this month. You may be really living it up and seeing some developments there, which is exciting. And I feel like that's why the 7 of Cups came out as well, because 7 of Cups is sort of saying like, wow, it's finally here. So how do I want to evolve this? How do I want to do this? You're reaching the pinnacle of your home and relationships where you are currently at. Okay. We have the Chariot in reverse right next to that. Yeah. Some of you may be faced with a move or a change outside of your comfort zone. Because this is what I'm saying with the 10 of Cups. You are totally perfectly content and happy and peaceful with the home and relationships you have right now. Okay. And maybe even where you're currently living, it's like decorated to the max, or you reached like the maximum value that you can get where you're at. And so spirit or universe may be presenting you with the opportunity to go outside of your comfort zone and into sort of bigger ponds, if you will. It's like you're one of the biggest fish in the current pond that you find yourself in. And so spirit is wanting to sort of push you outside of that bubble and have you seeing new places or new environments or being around new people. So that opportunity is here if you want to reach out and grab it. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it is definitely there. We have the 2 of Cups coming out in reverse right next to that Chariot in reverse. Okay, so very interesting that this is coming out, because you did have the 10 of Cups, which showed overall happiness in your relationships. But then the 2 of Cups in reverse can show actually a relationship that is sort of unbalanced or ending. And this could be happening due to someone not wanting to go out of their comfort zone, or somebody who is having to sacrifice more in the relationship and the other person isn't sacrificing as much. So that may be a mild hiccup that you may have in a particular relationship of yours. I would just be mindful, be aware of your feelings towards certain friends or people in your life, where it's like you are just not frustrated with them. What's the right word for this? You just don't resonate with them anymore because it's like they're so, like they've been doing the same thing for years and years and years and years and years and years and years, and they don't seem to really evolve or want to go out of their comfort zone. They may have high levels of anxiety going outside of their comfort zone, and you may find yourself no longer resonant with that anymore. Oh, this makes a lot of sense. Okay, this reading is coming together. Okay, I get it now. So it's like you could have people or like a person in your circle who is like that, right? And meanwhile, you're sort of growing, evolving, and ascending in your own way, trying to go out of your comfort zone. And so you may find that you're just at a point where, you can't necessarily like keep holding on to this individual or trying to, maintain this connection as consistently as you have been, because it may be worth your while to surround yourself with more diverse individuals or individuals who are who offer a lot more. Does that make sense? This feels like a friend. This feels like a platonic friend that you maybe have known for many years. Okay. It doesn't necessarily feel like a romantic relationship, although I'm sure it could be for some of you. We have the Strength card upright. Very beautiful. Yes. I'm seeing a lot of you, like this is physical strength. You're getting physically stronger. Okay. So I am wondering how many of you are like really focused on healthy eating, exercise, flexibility, things like that right now, and becoming your strongest physical self, not only just for the physical benefits of it, but also your mental health as well, wanting to improve that and be consistent with that and be a strong person. I also see that a lot of your relationships right now are strengthening because there's no more passive communication. It's all quite direct. And then we have the Five of Pentacles upright as your final card out. So this does feel, especially with the Chariot in reverse as well, I am wondering if some of you may be feeling like you need to strive, like I said, to make more money. That, like we said in the beginning of this reading, striving to make more money or have more energy, like have more physical strength. Because with the Chariot in reverse, you may feel like you can't necessarily go out and do the things that you want to do. Like it's now limiting your capabilities, like, oh, I can't get on an airplane because of my health, or I can't afford a vehicle or a new home because of my finances or whatever. So that's what you've been striving to improve upon. And that those areas of life are getting stronger, okay? But it's going to require you to keep up this beautiful momentum and routine that you've been doing, and turn that striving, let it melt away and turn into this peaceful consistency. You don't have to be mentally hurting just to reach these new goals. Big happy changes are taking place in those areas, though, I promise you. And there's a lot of happiness, a lot of personal fulfillment from that. So embrace these beautiful new blessings that are coming in there. Okay. Your biggest challenge this month will be to continue maintaining that momentum. And also we have that little hiccup here with that platonic friend that we saw, where it's like they are not exiting their comfort zone, and that may make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. But also with the Chariot in reverse as the center of your spread, another thing you may want to consider is that sometimes in order to get to places that you've never been in life, you have to do things that you've never done. That's the wisdom of the Chariot in reverse. Okay, so you can't expect different results doing the same old thing you've constantly been doing. So try to embrace new ideas and new ways of reaching your goals, and that may really enlighten you and illuminate how to resolve this issue. But with the full moon in Cancer coming out, this issue will be resolved this month, I promise you. So thank you so much for joining me, group number 1. Definitely enjoy your month. And again, if you want a personal reading with me, spiritual life coaching sessions with me, or one of my handmade intention oils, or if you want to be a student of mine and learn how to read tarot like me, all of those things are on my website, spiritpsychic.org. Thank you guys. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 2, and welcome. Let's see what's in store for you in December 2024. We have Soul Retrieval coming out in reverse. And what immediately came to my mind with this card is, how long are we going to focus on the past and on childhood and on all of that? If you find yourself stuck on the traumas of the past, here's a really, really, really good technique that I started practicing this year, and it took me completely out of a stage in my spiritual journey where I was focused on healing nonstop to really living in the present moment and being at peace in the present moment. So whenever a repetitive, like negative feeling or core memory came up, I simply asked myself, when was the first time I felt this emotion? Or when was the first time I felt like this? And with almost every single instance that you ask yourself that, you will have a memory linked. Like for some reason, the human body is so interesting. The human mind is so interesting. It stores these really early on memories, even crystal clear as day, because they're there for a reason. They're a core part of who you are, you know? So when you find yourself hurting over a specific wound or a specific repetitive pattern in your life or a specific feeling that you can't seem to shake, ask yourself, when was the first time I felt this? Okay. And just trust whatever memory pops up when you ask that question. And once you've done so, do a shamanic journey, a soul journey back in time to visit that memory. Okay. So shut your eyes and call upon a protective spirit that you are already familiar with to watch over your soul as you do this journey. So if you have a spirit animal that you connect beautifully with, or an angel or an ancestor, something like that, call upon them and make sure they're with you this whole journey, okay? Especially if you are not technically a shaman, okay? And then travel back in time, almost like you are viewing past you, experiencing whatever that first core wounding was, okay? View it, feel it, and then give your little self exactly what you needed in that moment. For example, like if your little self really just needed a hug or somebody to hold them and take them away from a certain environment, or somebody to just, you know, listen to them and give them food or something, give that to yourself in this soul journey, in this meditation. Okay? And ask that little version of you to come back with you, come back to your body. Tell them that you'll protect them and nurture them and take care of them and walk them back to your body. And allow both of you to sit within your body. And that is a soul retrieval in the simplest terms, okay? You only need to do that with the first wounding, I promise you. Because usually what happens is early on in life, we have some sort of critical wounding, and then we just repeat that wounding over and over and over and over again until we heal it, you know? So you don't necessarily need to heal like a lifetime worth of the same trauma repeated over and over and over again. That would take the rest of your life to do that, you know? Just go back to the first one, do that. And then in the following weeks, in the following days and weeks, you may actually notice little parts of you sort of growing. Like, for example, if you do that soul retrieval with a version of you that's like a teenager, you know, you may start to feel called to do some of the things that you used to really enjoy when you were a teenager. Like, I don't know, go to concerts or eat a certain snack or something like that. And that is, you know, that little version of you growing exponentially within you. It's really, really cool. And it's life-changing stuff, guys. You know, personal story here. I did an intense soul retrieval earlier this year, January. My entire life changed in the year. Like within 12 months, my entire life changed. So with soul retrieval in reverse, if you find yourself constantly being stuck on the past, go back to the first wound, the first time you felt the way that you feel now. And that's it. That's all you need to fix. I'm telling you. We have the full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon represents times of endings. Okay. I'm putting an end to this chapter in my life where I'm so intensely focused on healing. I'm ready to live in the present moment. I'm ready to focus on the future. I'm ready to focus on the now, you know? So we're letting go of that. Absolutely. Look at all this yellowy orange energy. That is solar plexus chakra energy. Okay, that is your confidence, your life force. Forgive and release any wounds. We have travel. Okay, a lot of you can be traveling during this time as well. Let every aspect of this trip unfold in harmony. May divine order arrange and handle every detail. I'll be guided easily and follow the leads as they are shown. Very beautiful. So if you are doing traveling or planning travel this month, it will go smoothly, which is really great. We have It's Up to You coming out. So the outcomes of this month really are heavily dependent on your free will. And with don't let your pride get in the way, accept help from others and try not to hold on to any heavy ridicule or resentment. Okay. If somebody wants to help you, allow their help to come in, allow them to make your life easier. We also have nature coming through from your spirit guides. This is a time to absorb the healing properties that nature has to offer. Your mind, body, and soul need nourishment, energy, revitalization, and strength. Nature has much to offer, so take this time to connect and spend quality time outdoors. It's important to spend time outdoors with every turn of the season, with every turn of the wheel of life, the wheel of nature. Okay, nature will revitalize you. Some of you may be traveling to see some more natural spots. Make sure you create time this month to go hiking or swimming or boating or whatever the heck you like doing in nature, or find something that you enjoy doing in nature, because it really, really will just help revitalize you and refresh you. I can't describe it, but I feel like all humans need this, I don't think it should be a specialized interest to enjoy nature. I don't think hating nature should be a personality trait, because we are all nature. We are all Mother Earth. Okay. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. We all should have a relationship with the great outdoors. But let's see what wants to come through for you. Group number 2 for December. We have the 9 of Swords. Okay. So this is some mental health struggles for sure. And we saw that with the soul retrieval. So this isn't really a surprise that this is coming out. So we see, go back to the original wounding, do that soul retrieval. And then after that, spend some quality time in nature, because Mother Earth wants to pour into you. After doing that, eat some whole foods, try to avoid processed foods, drink plenty of water, really nourish your body, mind, and soul with nature, because that's a very, very deep, deep, deep healing that someone can do. Okay. You don't want to, just do it and then forget about it. No, really nourish yourself. It's like a journey, just like some people go and do a whole cleansing ritual before doing ayahuasca in the woods, for example. You really don't need to do ayahuasca. You really don't need to do these mind-altering substances to have these deeply profound spiritual experience. I am telling you how to have the same exact effect sober, guys. Okay. Take time before to cleanse your space, cleanse your energy, do this whole soul retrieval ritual, going back. And guys, you can repeat this ritual as often as you need it. When you find yourself getting hooked on a same old familiar pattern or feeling that you don't like experiencing, that means it's time to do a soul retrieval. And again, don't do a soul retrieval for these recent events. Do the soul retrieval for the first time you felt that. Okay, I promise you it will be life-changing. Life-changing. And then, some aftercare is needed, and that's what nature is for. And you don't have to travel to these remote countries and villages and borrow from other people's cultures to have these spiritual experiences. I promise you, you can do it in your own living room if you want. We have the Ace of Wands coming out in reverse. Yeah, it just feels like that solar plexus chakra is wanting some attention right now, okay? Your spark of inspiration and life force may be not really there. You may be feeling fatigued. So that is something that is looking to return in December. Okay, some of you may even be literally recovering from a sickness or an injury of some sort as well. We have the 5 of Cups in reverse. Now, this card is actually really positive in reverse compared to when it's upright. This actually shows exactly what the soul retrieval in reverse card shows. It's like one and done. You do the healing, you're done. You're out of your healing phase, and suddenly you are back in the present moment. Like you're no longer endlessly working on yourself. You know what I mean? Like that is the shift that's taking place in December. You're going from endlessly working on yourself, healing, trying to figure out why do I keep repeating the same pattern over and over and over again? Why can't I resolve this issue that's been ongoing in my life? And you do the healing and you integrate the split, fractured parts of yourself. You become whole again. And when you're in your whole self, you're able to return back to a state of peace and harmony and unconditional love, and pay attention to what's going on around you in the present moment and fully enjoy the present moment like you were supposed to all along. We have the Star coming out in reverse. Ask your spirit guides for help with this if you're struggling, okay? Set the intention to really enter into a phase of your life where you feel whole and integrated and no longer like a work in progress, because nobody likes feeling like that, you know? Ask your spirit guides to help you with the next steps. And, you know, once you set those intentions, you know, your will is their command. We have Page of Pentacles coming out in reverse as well. Okay. For some of you, I am wondering if this repeating wound has to do with people not committing, or people who sort of like try to make it seem like they have a lot to offer for you and then they pull back or they pull away. I'm also wondering if for some of you this wound has to do with like not feeling like you have enough like resources or health, or fill in the blank, whatever. That may be what is being integrated and healed this month. 7 of Wands in reverse. Protecting your peace. I'm wondering if some of you feel like you have to defend yourself against family or friends, or, you know, this has actually been coming up in the collective a lot, to be honest. This theme of no longer wanting to, you know, debate and defend, especially with people with really disrespectful beliefs politically or religiously, like dogmatic individuals, no longer wanting to even have the discussion anymore, no longer wanting to put up or tolerate with it. It's like, if you disrespect me on a critical, fundamental level, I just don't even want to talk to you anymore. You know, I don't want to add more drama into my life to heal, you know what I mean? And that may also be a natural side effect of you doing this soul retrieval, is that you just like not put yourself into these situations that wound you over and over and over again naturally. And then we have the World card coming out as your final card, which is so positive. This shows you breaking completely out of an old karmic chapter, an old karmic cycle in life, and totally embracing brand spanking new energies, brand new stories, relationships, developments in life, because you finally have laid these old versions of you to rest, and you finally can just live life in the present moment once again fully. And it's not necessarily to say that like these past several months and years you weren't trying to live in the present moment. It's just when you subconsciously have a lot of karmic ties that keep pulling you back to the same old routines and the same old past wound, it's hard to really be in the present moment. You know what I mean? And so that's what's being laid to rest in December. With the World card, there's a whole new world opening up for you. Also, I am again seeing a lot of travel for group number 2. So again, that may be something that you are doing. Very cool. I like this reading. Okay. Very deep, deep, deep healing, spirituality, and just release, letting go. It's like a big exhale from your soul and an inhale to new, fresh energies. So thank you so much for joining me. Definitely like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, my shamanic life coaching sessions there, as well as my online tarot reading course if you want to learn how to read tarot like I do. So check it out. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 3, and welcome. Let's see what's in store for you in December 2024. We have the Seer in reverse. How are you using your powers? Are you connected? Spirit, you're definitely, group number 3, a lot of you are very strong shamans, psychics, seers, people with visions. Are you using that to your highest capacity? You know what I'm seeing here? You have a deep, deep, deep depth of wisdom and intelligence and connection and also power in this world. Okay, so Spirit is asking, are you using that power to really, really serve the world, your community, the people around you? Okay, there's like a higher calling I am feeling coming in for group number 3. Okay, a higher calling. Spirit may be pushing you in a new direction in December. And this new direction will give you the resources to really care for a larger amount of blank, fill in the blank, a larger amount of money, a larger amount of property, a larger amount of people, etc. It's this higher calling not only to nurture and take care of yourself and those absolutely closest to you, but some of you may feel called to do community work, or may literally be just having more blessings come into your life in general at this time, and it's your job to manage that and to nurture it and grow it, okay, and care for it like a gardener of life. Spirit / Mother Earth is blessing you with more, but in return, they are wanting you to manage and take care of this thing. It feels like a higher calling. It really does. Some of you, it's very low key. It feels like a whisper in the back of your mind. But, for example, like let's just say you are moving and it's like you have this little whisper in the back of your mind that's like, it's your job to nurture this new community and make positive change there. Or let's just say you are having a family. It's like this whisper in the back of your mind, like we are going to break generational wounds and, raise this person to be somebody who spreads a lot of light and love and good vibes on the planet. It's a higher calling that goes way beyond yourself that I'm seeing universe is starting to push you in that direction after a chapter of needed selfishness. Okay. So these past several years may have been all about healing your own wounds and growing yourself as an individual. And now Spirit's like, you're ready, you're done healing. It almost actually feels like a step up from group number 2's reading. It's like, I feel like you guys are group number 2 in the future. Or if you also were drawn to group number 2, you may be going through like the group number 2 energy in the beginning half of December and this group number 3 energy in like the second half of December, which is really interesting. But let's see what else wants to come out. We have the new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. This month we'll have lots of emails, calls, text messages, invitations, and there's a need here for very intentional communication, responding back to people in a prompt manner with professionalism, or just overall like organizing your personal support system in a way where you are in contact with people either on a daily basis or at least on a weekly basis, just catching up and making sure that you have this like daily or weekly sort of connection and, you're all feeling very supported. Also, if there's any business going on, any contracts or organization that you're like promptly in the middle of, obviously that's going to be testing your communication skills for sure. We also have intention. Yeah, see, that's what I literally used the word intentionality. Intention is simply allowing the will and mind to align and move in harmony. May I always focus on the highest. My intention is that all God's wishes for me comes true. And, you can replace that word God with universe or spirit or whatever makes you feel most comfortable. Or keep it as is. But that is actually really confirming what we just said. You are having this higher calling to do something that goes beyond just you. And I think that's a great intention to set, actually, to have that higher calling come true promptly and in the month of December and beautifully without any issues. Beautiful, beautiful intention to set. And also I see you putting just more intentionality in all that you do, making your relationships very beautiful, supportive, intentional, making your routine supportive, beautiful, intentional. So really, really cool. We have compromise coming through. Yeah, compromise, communication. Like, how can we make this work for everybody involved? That seems to be what's going on here. I see you guys are very much in like a leadership position as well, finding yourself at this place where you're like, just like I said, wanting to make everybody happy. And then we also have self-sabotage. This is something you want to avoid. When you learn to get out of your own way, there will be no stopping you. Most of the time, it's not others who prevent you from achieving your true goals. It's that inner voice that derails those carefully woven plans. Guys, you are destined to do really big, really great things in this lifetime. I just want to clarify that for you, because Spirit is saying no, this month, December, it is a very significant month. Okay. Don't downplay it. Don't downplay yourself. You actually can achieve really big dreams this time. It's happening. I don't know how else to describe it. It's happening. Your dreams, your goals, your wishes, it is happening this month. It is getting started. A higher divine calling is coming in. And yes, you are the right person. You are the chosen one, and you are the most qualified for this. So don't sit here and tell yourself you're not, or, get in this weird subconscious place where you find problems where problems don't exist, just because you can't believe that this good stuff is for you. Oh my God. We have the Four of Pentacles. So another thing that may be happening in December is you may be saving up some money, conserving some resources, and preparing for a brand new big start. Okay. So I see you working hard doing that for sure. Some of you may be working overtime. Ace of Pentacles right next to that. Oh my God. See, a lot of you, you're staying diligent, you're staying true to your work ethic and all of that. But the universe may also be bringing you a new financial start or some sort of big help. Okay. This could be also a brand new purchase, a new home, a new car, or starting a new business, a new commitment in a relationship as well that leads to more prosperity. It's just the beginning though. So it's going to be up to you to, keep this thing going in a beautiful flowing fashion. But this is looking really, really good. Very positive. We have the Chariot in reverse right next to that as well. So the Chariot in reverse does show that the universe is trying to push you out of your comfort zone, okay? And this came through as a big message for group number 1 as well. So I feel like this is a collective energy at this time. There's big sweeping changes happening in a lot of people's lives. And it feels like the universe is really pushing us to grow, to pushing us out of the nest. Let's expand our wings and fly on our own. And they are giving us the tools that we need to be successful at doing this. But you know what? I just want to remind you that nobody knows what they're doing in life, okay? So you may find yourself in a position in the month of December where you have all of this newfound responsibility and you're I'm just a child. I am just a baby. How the heck did I get into this position in life where I am having this beautiful home, or I'm the one managing other people, or I'm the one raising other people? What? So I feel we all sort of feel like children internally, and the people who come across as really having their stuff together and really knowing what they're talking about, they too are really just children on the inside. Think about it like that. Okay. So nobody knows what we're doing here. It's not just you, it's all of us. So don't self-sabotage because you think on a subconscious level that you're not ready or you're not important. You really are. Know your own worth, know your own power. Ace of Cups in reverse. This is what you don't want to self-sabotage. Okay, don't self-sabotage the love and the new creative offer that Spirit is bringing forward for you because it seems too good to be true. It's not too good to be true. Sometimes stuff just really is fantastic, okay? Don't self-sabotage by repeating the same old patterns. There's a new emotional, really creative as well, psychic even, beginning that's wanting to come through for you. You have the World as well. Oh my gosh. A whole new chapter is definitely opening up for you, group number 3. For real. And this is a big new chapter. Some of you guys may also be traveling a lot more in the next several months. So having the resources and time to do that may be what's changing, or the opportunity to do that may be part of what's changing in December. But the world is really fantastic. This is also reaching a larger range of people. So if any of you do anything online or anything that requires public speaking or connecting with more and more people or connecting on a global level, that is also looking good here as well. So You have that to look forward to. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. I'm seeing some of you may be torn between like saving money / paying off debts versus getting the things that you want or maybe even need in the present moment. I don't know why. It's such a random specific message, but I am seeing that coming through. It's like, where do I invest this extra resources, this extra money? So you may be having a little bit of a hard time balancing, like, for example, like work versus play, or, being frugal versus treating myself, things like that. You may find a little bit hard to balance, but, when in doubt, just take time. Don't make spontaneous decisions, especially with money, or especially with like, big decisions. Like, just take time to decide what to do. You don't have to just make decisions right away because like, oh, I don't know what to do, panic, and then you select this. You don't have to do that. And then we also have the Five of Pentacles in reverse right next to that. Wow. See, and this is underneath the self-sabotage. A lot of you may have a history of like having a lack mindset. Like, there's no way I can become a millionaire. There's no way I could be in charge. There's no way I can have a large amount of people relying upon me. There's like, you need to stop with the self-sabotaging beliefs, because it's not funny anymore. Spirit is like, no. You're using your manifesting ability for the wrong reasons. Trust yourself. You got this. Okay. They are wanting to push you into a new phase in life where you're much more wise and mature and have like, I don't know how else to describe it. Like, you are just more of a leader, or you have more of an influence over the people or the community, a responsibility for future generations. And I know that sounds like a lot, but it's very, very, very fulfilling work. And as long as you just remain clear on communicating. And if you don't know anything, you can look it up. We live in a world of AI. Like, you can literally learn anything from AI. It's crazy. There's really no reason for you to be doubting yourself right now. So the month of December is wild for you guys. New beginnings coming through. A lot of intentionality. You are the perfect person for the jobs and positions that you're finding yourself in leading up to the month of December and all throughout December. So don't doubt it for any longer. Okay. This is beautiful. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Definitely like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, shamanic life coaching sessions there, as well as my online tarot reading course. So check it out. Bye-bye.